Good afternoon. Great, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us this afternoon, either in person or online. We welcome you. I'm Associate Pastor of the Church, United Church Hyde Park. My name is Cherry Wellington. Welcome. And it's our privilege to host this event together with the Bisexual Queer Alliance Chicago. It's an important event. We have the first one together in response to the bisexual health awareness month event together. Oh, there are some people still coming in. Great. And some reminder, we have coffee on your right-hand side, and our bathroom are also on the right-hand side. And I will introduce our co-host, Arky from B+Community. Let's welcome him.
Hi everybody, both here in person and online. My name is Augie. My pronouns are he, they. I'm the president here at Bisexual Queer Alliance Chicago. B+Community, as we affectionately call the award. We're a nonprofit serving the bi and queer community. We've been around for going on 15 years as of October this year. With it being Bisexual Home Awareness Month, we wanted to do a little shindig called Bi Health and Beats. So we're going to have some entertainment going on today, and then a health presentation from our Director of Health and Education, Greg Newton. We also have in the room as well, Hugo, who's our Vice President. He also hosts our movie event every month. Greg hosts our discussion group. For those in person, we do have some merchandise for sale because that goes back to programming like this and operations. But for those of you online, don't fret. We actually have an e-commerce store. We're only doing US only shipping, but yeah, we're excited to have you all here. So thank you for having us. Back to you.
Thank you, Arky. And I want to draw your attention to reflect on the land beneath our feet today. The United Church of Hyde Park was established as a congregation in 1858. We acknowledge that it was built upon the traditional homelands of the following tribes and nations: Potawatomi, Minnetonka, Oteo, Missouri, Iowas, Menominee, Meshkaki, Sauk, Miami, Bea, Piakasawa, Kikapu, Ely Confederacy, OBJ, Ottawa. We recognize that the region now known as Chicago has been long home for many indigenous nations and continues to be a place where a native community lives, thrive, and contribute today. The land we stand on was and will always be native land. As a community, we commit to honoring these histories, listening to indigenous voices, and sharing the stories of this land. And it will be my honor to introduce our first artist performer today, this afternoon. Let's welcome Kai on the keys.
Hi, my name is Kai. Welcome, thank you for being here. Hi. Everyone is here for a reason. I think the universe brought us here into this room for a reason, so let's have a good time. My name is Kai. I'm very gay, honestly. I'm like closeted bisexual, but I say that only because my family's very complicated, and if I told them I was bisexual, they would just tell me to just only choose to date half of the people I was attracted to, which doesn't really work that way, you know. But don't tell anyone, even though this is on camera, but I'm bisexual. I also just say I'm bisexual because any man that thinks he has a chance with me doesn't. That's also a thing. You know what I mean? They're just not like, yeah, I know. But yes, not only am I just gay, I'm also an activist, I'm also a musician, I play around town, and I also know like 1,000 songs, so if there's a song that's really speaking to your heart and you want to shout it out and see if I know it, I probably do. Let me know. I think I want to start with a song that was just like very much a big part of my baby gay phase. And of course, it's Born This Way by Lady Gaga. It's so lovely to see her rise through her career and whatnot. So, also this pedal is reversed, so it's like such a bit of a mindfuck to be like, never mind. If you knew how to play, you would know. If you play piano, you know how it is. My mama told me when I was young, we're all superstars. She rolled my hair, put my lipstick on, in a glass of boudoir. There's nothing wrong with loving who you are, she said, 'cause it makes you perfect, babe. So hold your head up, girl, and you'll go fine. Listen to me when I say, I'm gonna go in my way, 'cause God makes no mistakes. I'm on the right track. Baby, I was born this way. Don't hide yourself and regret. Just love yourself and you say, I'm on the right track. Baby, I was born this way. Now there ain't no other way. Baby, I was born this way. Baby, I was born this way. Born this way, or there ain't no other way. Baby, I was born, I'm on the right track. Baby, I was born this way. Don't be dragged, just be a queen. Whether you're broke or evergreen, you're a black joy, your Lexington, you're lesbian, you're Orient. Whether there's disabilities left you outcast for little teens. But don't love yourself today. 'Cause baby, I was born no matter gay, straight or bi, lesbian, transgender life. I'm on the right track. Baby, I was born to survive. No matter black, white, or beige, I'll be here. I'm on the right track. Baby, I was born this way. Ooh, there ain't no other way. Baby, I was born this way. And baby, I was born this way. Born this way, ooh, there ain't no other way. Baby, I was born, I'm on the right track. Baby, I was born this way. Born this way. I was born this way. I'm on the right track. Baby, I was born this way. I was born that way. I was born that way. I'm on the right track, baby. I was born that way. I feel like we're in my living room right now. I'm just talking to you. I actually love these like little intimate like things. But I wrote a poem recently about romance, and I think I'm just talking about being gay in general because I finally get a space to talk about being gay as fuck. Okay, seriously, we're gay out here, and I grew up a lot of my life being told that as a gay person, because I was raised Catholic, like I'm not allowed to experience romance because that's inherently harmful. I'm not allowed to experience erotic power with someone because that is sinful or perverted or like, again, like harmful. And so a big part of internalized homophobia is being afraid to build relationship, to build romantic tension, to lean into receiving love. The amount of people that I've said no to, even though I really wanted to say yes, was because of my internalized homophobia. I wasn't ready to allow myself and give myself permission to love because I had a lot to unpack. And now I've been able to experience these relationships that have changed my life, made me a better person, because by allowing myself to receive love on all levels of my life, it's also allowed me to open myself in all different places in my life. It's opened up my activism by engaging my erotic power in the power of creation, creating community, creating life, creating music. So this poem changed my life because this was the turning point in my life where I decided to give myself permission to experience love and romance. I, Kai, give myself divine spiritual permission to love through the erotic power of romance. Romance is the undeniable force of allied erotic power, unapologetic and enthusiastic erotic attraction, autonomous and joyful generosity, luxury, intellectual alignment, emotional intimacy, spiritual growth, and abundance. It is sustained and healed through conflict intimacy. Conflict intimacy moves through rage, disagreement, trauma, and abandonment with grace, leading to forgiveness and repair. Romance is healed with the restoration of balanced connection. Conflict intimacy has the power to break cycles of violence, to heal community and societal ills, to end patterns of abuse, and to free children from parenting mistakes that perpetuate generational trauma. By healing romantic relationships, we turn away from reflections of slavery, violence, greed, exploitation, and carceral justice inside our most intimate and profound bonds. Romance expands our capacity for all emotions. It stretches our endurance for all hardships, and it raises every peak of imaginable pleasure. So let us give love, and let us accept love. Let us dive into the depths of our needs. Let our needs surface so they may fester. And let them be soothed by those that we give the honor of trust. We have inhaled the pollution of our past for far too long. Together we resuscitate the dreams of our ancestors. We breathe life into the next generation. Our romance is a radical love, breaking cycles, carrying ancestral wisdom, and rooting legacies. Thank you. My name is Kai on the keys. That's Kai on the keys, but follow me on socials, and I do this professionally as well, so let me know what you need. I'm always here for community and to show up and show through. So today was a very informal set. You know, I could button it up a little bit more, obviously, but I just felt like talking to you today. Thank you for having me.
Let's give Kai another warm appreciation. And then we will have very interesting and interactive presentations. I will introduce Greg to come forward to give us the presentations. Now welcome, Greg.
All right. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in this afternoon. There, and don't worry, the notes I unfolded. I'm not going to read an open just to keep me on track, so we don't need to worry about that. Some things I will read. What I liked about putting this together for everybody this afternoon is the fact that to start out, I got to use my favorite definition for being bisexual, which is from Robin Ox, which is the potential to be attracted romantically or sexually to people of more than one sex or gender, not necessarily at the same time, not necessarily in the same way, and not necessarily to the same degree. It's the potential. You never know if the person you're talking to has only been with the same sex, the opposite sex. In fact, the potential is there to go whichever way their heart takes them.
Would you get the microphone closer to your mouth?
I'm sorry, sir?
The microphone closer to your mouth.
Absolutely. How's that for you?
A little better.
A little bit better? Okay, great. Let me know if you need me to talk louder and I can do. Okay. Is that better for you, sir? Okay, fantastic. And then another thing I'd like to start it out with, we all know that the LGBTQ community as a whole is rather large, but the bisexual community makes up 57% of the LGBTQ community. And we never know it because a lot of our bisexual members hide out in plain sight. We never know. There is the stigma if you're male and bisexual. There is female bisexuality is a lot of times fetishized in things. So we hide on that. And out of that 57% of the bisexual community, half of that is bisexual people of color on that. And then, so today we are really looking at the health of our bisexual friends, family, and neighbors here. And this was, this one I am going to read word for word here. And this was a study done by the CDC in 2010 and published in 2018. Here, the well-being of bisexuals is in many ways worse than that of heterosexuals or exclusive homosexuals. In a study done by the CDC, like I said, it was done in 2010 and published in 2018. Bisexuals in the U.S. emerged with a unique set of health problems. A study examined sexual bias of 300 Midwestern college students, and biphobia is stronger against both men and women than in any other subpopulation to include religion, race, or any other sexual orientation, with men expressing a more negative attitude towards bisexuals. On that, that has a lot to, biphobia has a lot to do with the state of our mental health for the bisexual community. We deal with biphobia, bi-erasure, fetishism. There is a lot to do with the state of our mental health. Thus, the bisexual community is more at danger of excessive use of alcohol, drugs, for physical health. And it's, let me see here, here. And in addition to, there's a toxic stew of trauma, isolation, and again, relating back to high levels of anxiety, depression. All those are correlated, again, with heavy rates of drinking, drug use, and smoking on that. And all of the factors above are likely contributors to poor overall health and quality and specific physical health disparities found among bisexuals. A range of studies in the U.S. have found higher rates of breast, ovarian, and endometrial cancers in bisexual women, and higher rates of high cholesterol, high blood pressure, asthma, disability, and low weight in bisexual adult men and women. Numerous studies have also found lower rates of some preventative disease screening, with the likely results that disease has progressed further in bisexuals when it is finally discovered. An analysis of Washington state data on adults 50 and older have found a higher rate of diabetes, a low rate of HIV testing in bisexual men as compared to gay men. On that, and then one more, lower rates of preventative screening, especially problematic because studies find in bisexuals more likely to engage in high-risk sexual behaviors, including unprotected sex, sex work, and a high number of sexual partners, and frequent use of emergency contraception and pregnancy termination. As expected, these behaviors also result in higher rates of HIV, cancer-causing HPV, and numerous other sexually transmitted infections in bisexual men and women. And this was from a bi.org and a study done by Dr. Katz Wise on that. And there is large, there's a large gender difference between bi folks. Women are more likely to identify as being bisexual than men are. Cisgender women have reported more specific stress and worse physical health, including pain. Bisexual men experience additional discrimination such as denial of orientation, thinking they are gay. This could either come from outside, inside. A lot of bisexuals, and I heard this term on Reddit, actually. A lot of bisexuals experience what they call the bicycle, where they go round and round. Am I straight? Am I gay? What am I? On that. And overall, all of this, as far as physical health, the adverse effects of stress for being bi is greater for transgender folks. On that, 29% of bisexual women experience poverty, and 26% of bisexual men experience poverty. And switching now from our physical health to mental health here, is everybody heard of the term gold star, gay, or lesbian? Yes, that is where you've never been. If you hear somebody refer to themselves as a gold star, gay, or lesbian, they've never been with somebody of the opposite sex. They've only been with a same-sex partner. On that, and a lot of folks who use that label pride themselves on that. By now, gay later, it's just a phase. Aren't all women somewhat bi? No, all these are terms that just harm the mental health of everybody who hears them. It is just a phase. No, it's not a phase. We're not here to be a phase. We are who we are. On that, it's, some definitions here. Biphobia, a fear of someone is someone acting out of fear. And this is a new one for me that I hadn't heard. But bimisia, it's a hatred or aversion of. Somebody who labels that they actually hate you, whether you're bi, gay. There is by erasure, the bisexuality does not exist. You've only dated men or women. You're married to a man or a woman. Doesn't matter, you can still be bi, you are still valid, even though you've only had same-sex or opposite-sex partners. That is okay. That doesn't mean that you cannot still have those multiple attractions that we talked about, or the potential to be attracted. A large part of biphobia does come from within the LGBTQ community. On that, it is, a lot of times it is argued that bisexuals have heterosexual privilege. We're too straight to be queer, and we're too queer to be straight. We don't fit in anywhere, and yet, again, we're the largest part of the LGBTQ community. A lot of times what is felt by the individual, like I said, is I'm too queer to be straight, and I'm too straight to be queer on that. Let's see, I've touched on that. And then a little bit of history for bisexuality. Bisexuality has been traced as far back as ancient Greece with Alexander the Great. In Rome, the Emperor Hadrian. In Japan, the samurai warriors being bisexual was common. They were often in the closet, but as they got older, they were expected to take a wife. The term bisexuality was coined in 1892 by Charles Gilbert Shattuck. And anyone who identified as part of the LGBT community, bisexual, gay, lesbian, this was considered a mental health disorder until the 1970s. On that, I believe it was 1973 when they finally took it out of as being classified as a mental health disorder. These were often treated by aversion therapy, medications, or even chemical castration to reduce your libido. On that, and okay, I'm really sorry. Did anybody have any questions? Because I went through things a lot faster than expected. Yes, sir.
Well, just make a remark which relates also to Kai's problem at home. He was at one of our own here, it was a few weeks ago, and was looking at the book for answering some of the Hammer verses in the Bible. And it made the point that until beginning of the 20th century, there was not a concept of a separate orientation, whatever, of homosexual. And that also means, of course, there was no such concept as heterosexual. The common attitude was that people who did these things were oversexed. They couldn't be satisfied with the normal conventional stuff mentioned for family and build a family and so on, and they had to have more. And therefore, that much emphasis on sex beyond what is needed for society is sinful. And since then, more educated people, of course, have a different idea. But the old idea is still around.
It is. Those old ideas hang around. If, unfortunately, sometimes I believe that if it's not broke, don't fix it. Mm-hmm. None of us need fixed. We're not broken. We're just different. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, those older ideas, nobody thinks they're broken or wrong, so why fix them? Mm-hmm. On that, there's a lot of things. Did anybody else have any questions, or did we even have any questions from online? It is. How it's used is important. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, so what, just for the people online, because they couldn't hear you, what Kai had said is I had a comment on the Gold Star lesbian comment. How it's used is in context. If they're saying I'm Gold Star lesbian just because I've not been, with a man, that is fine. It's not used as an attack. It's the context of how it's used is very important, because not everything is an attack. You got to look at how it's being used. On that, any other questions, comments? So, Eve, one of our members online, asked as far as the Gold Star lesbian, gay, was there a breakdown of where did the research come from? Eve, I did not find, unfortunately, I did not find any reference to that, because a lot of these slurs and attacks that were listed have been common and used throughout the years. So as to how far back they date, what type of research, where they break down into people's orientations, I do not know, to be honest. And it did not, quote, it's when I researched bisexual mental health, those were the first things that popped up, is the negative. So Those are common. They were probably listed in any type of research paper that you could find.
Yes. Hello. My name is Logan. And I'm going to sing some songs for you guys. This is very interesting. This event in itself is very interesting. I think it's very needed. Me, myself, growing up in the church my whole entire life, it took me a while to find my footing with God because of my relationship with the church. And I had to remove myself from the church for a little while just to hone in on my relationship with him and then return to the church after learning who I was within Christ. So I think that events like this for those of us who are part of the LGBTQ plus all the other initials community is very important for us to have spaces like this within the body of Christ. So I'm going to do some songs for you guys and then I'm going to get out of your hair. Cool. Just another day that the Lord has kept me. Yes, it is just another day that I've been in my Savior's care. Yes, it is. Said he threw his loving arms around me. Yes, he did. And there I found joy, peace right there. Another day that the Lord has kept me. Yes, it is just another day that I've been in my Savior's care. Yes, it is. He said he threw his loving arms around me. Yes, it is. And there I found joy, peace up there. Another day, I've been working in God's vineyard. Yes, it is just another day that he kept me by his side. Oh, he said he moved mountains 'cause he loved me. Yes, he did. And there I found joy and peace up there. There I found joy and peace up there. Thank you. The name of the song is Jade. I wrote this song, I was living in London at the time, and we were riding around the city, and if you've ever been to London, it's very gloomy. I have never seen the sun there. And I lived there for a year. It was insane. But all in all, I was driving. My driver was driving. I cannot drive, barely here. And the lyrics came to my head that her tears fall like London rain. And that was the only lyric that I had at the time. And the song kind of manifested into its own story basically speaking on appreciating the life that you currently have and not worrying about what everybody else is doing and focusing on what God has called you to do, which has been something that I had struggled with early on in life, about worrying about what this person said I should be doing, how this person said I should love God, and how this person said I should behave if I love God. So I wrote this song to just remind people to worry about the grass that's in your front yard and don't worry about how green everybody else's grass is, because you really don't know how that grass got that green. Sometimes it's turf, sometimes it's spray painted, sometimes it's watered by tears and pain and everything. So just appreciate the journey that you're on and stay focused on where God is calling you and where you're going in life. This is Jade. Oh, it's you. You are what she's got. You are what she's not. You're praying for greater, but your arms still don't quite reach. God's telling you later, yet you still hear your own speech. What you don't know is the grass is much greener, because her tears fall like London rain. Yeah, tears fall like London rain. Well, she makes it look easy, she makes it look pleasing, and you agree with envy, cause you want to taste. Yeah, the tears fall like London rain. Heavy is the head that bears the crown. She never gets ease up, he never touched the ground. But she cries inside her bedroom door, and the light that you want, she don't want no more. And the tears when they fall, you never know, cause she's stronger, and her tears fall like London rain. Yeah, tears fall like London rain. Well, she makes it look easy, she makes it look pleasing, and you agree with envy, cause you want to taste. Yeah, the tears fall like London rain. Like London bridges, she's falling down. Like London bridges, she's falling down. Like London bridges, she's falling down, down. Like London bridges, she's falling down, down, down. Oh, London rain, London rain, London rain. Thank you, guys. Hope you go to the rest of the program. Bye.
Let's give Logan another warm appreciation for a performance he brings to us. And it's about time we need to wrap up. So before we dismiss, is there any feedback or any questions from the audience want to share? That was really good. Amazing entertainment. Amazing. Oh, great. Great. So I don't think we can make it before we dismiss. But we hope we can keep in contact with each other. We can have more events together. And when we have event next time, please do show up, both in person and online. And the space was still open for everyone, so we can stay here longer to catch up with each other. And thank you for coming today, and have a nice weekend. Thank you. Thank you for the B-Cracked for help and co-host this event as well. Thank you, Archie. Want to say something? Sure.
Yeah, Sharon was mentioning thank you all for coming. You know, this is something that we've done with in partnership, and we knew it was needed for the bi community, especially with it being Bisexual Health Awareness Month. And then just being able to entertain you as well outside of discussing health topics, you know, doing something fresh, but it was definitely needed, and we hope you enjoyed yourselves, both for the folks online and for in person. So definitely stick around, we'll be around. Feel free to swing by our table and check out our stuff. And if you're online, we do have an e-commerce store, so definitely check that out or make a donation onto our donate button. That's really appreciated being a nonprofit, but thank you for having us and hosting us today, and we appreciate you all being here today.
Thank you.